I saw was more of rock. It looked like red, yellow rock. I don't know if there are places in Wyoming, national parks, that have that description.
I'm getting this weird like taste of dirt in my mouth. I think that Gabby is okay. No, she doesn't.
If she had crossed over into the spirit world, we'd be hearing from her.
Before we get on to today's main topic, I figured I'd start today's video with something a little bit more lighthearted, considering we are going to be talking about something not so great in a moment. So yesterday was Chester's 4th birthday. We had an amazing day. He had so many presents. He had lots of treats and toys, and he got a new brush and collar, and he's such a good boy, and I know how much you guys really enjoy when he makes his little cameos here in my videos, so I figured I would just let you know that we had an awesome time yesterday. Here's a picture from when he was like a little itty bitty puppy, so it makes me so sad to realize how big he's getting. I'm one of those annoying dog owners that call themselves a dog mom, and I will die on that hill. Was it your birthday yesterday? And as much as I would love to continue talking about my dog Chester for the next 20 minutes, we do have to get on with today's topic, which involves something really serious and then something really aggravating. So I was really debating on whether or not I should discuss today's topic due to the situation it involves. However, I ultimately decided that yes, I will be talking about this because there is something going on right now that is so infuriating and so frustrating that I need to scream about it into the abyss or my face is going to explode. Much like the rest of my content, I usually talk about things that strike a nerve with me, and boy oh boy, has this really struck a nerve. How many of you guys remember J Station? I hope a lot of you if you've been following me for quite some time, because you'll know that I am one of J Station's biggest fans.
Hey guys, what's poppin' guys? Today guys, we're making another video at 3 a.m. you guys. 3 a.m., no earlier, no later, 100% legit, not Google Images, guys. And today, guys, we're gonna be doing not just a 3 a.m. challenge, but a Dybbuk box challenge. At 3 a.m., we are gonna open this puppy up and see what's inside and see if our house gets haunted. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, guys. If this video gets over 100,000 likes, I will punch a ghost right in the face.
So if you've seen any of my previous videos on J Station, you might remember that one of my biggest criticisms of him is the fact that he would constantly pretend to communicate with recently deceased celebrities in a paranormal way to gain attention online. Well, since J Station no longer creates content on YouTube, you would think that these types of videos would cease. But you would be completely wrong in every aspect, because no, they absolutely haven't ceased. There are people like this who are just as bad, if not worse. So I'm sure by now about 99% of you already know about the Gabby Petito case and what has been going on over the past couple of weeks involving this person who has caught the entire nation's attention in mainstream and social media. So for those of you who do not know, Gabby Petito and her boyfriend slash fiance, because they called off their engagement, Ryan Laundrie, and I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce his name, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it, decided to take a van and go on a road trip across the country and tour a lot of wonderful sites and places, and Gabby even started a van vlogs channel on YouTube. But in the end of August, she ended up going missing, and Brian returned to his home state with the van that they were touring the country in without her. Brian immediately hired a lawyer as soon as he got back, and he also was very silent on the situation until Gabby's body was eventually found. And then Brian just up and disappeared, and as Gabby's family said, he is not missing, he is hiding, and there are search warrants out for him. Even Dog the Bounty Hunter, of all people, is involved in trying to find this person.
I think he's been here for sure.
The situation itself is extremely gut-punching, it's disturbing, and it's really sad, and it's also ongoing right now. I don't think I'll ever make a full video talking about this situation because it's really upsetting in a lot of ways, and ultimately someone went out with somebody who they loved and trusted, crossed the country, went missing, and lost their lives, and right now a family is grieving and is really, really devastated. Now, just because this situation isn't a topic that I necessarily see myself covering, it doesn't mean that I think that anybody who talks about it is bad. Absolutely not. I think you can absolutely discuss this situation in a public manner as long as you do this respectfully and you understand the severity of the situation and you understand that right now there is a family grieving. It's very important that I note that because of what I'm about to get into next. You see, there are a lot of people who do genuinely care about what is going on right now. There are people who are so heavily invested in this story. It has taken the nation by storm. And a lot of people understand that this situation isn't something to make light of or to mock or to try and make entertaining in some way. However, the internet is the internet. You do have some people who are going to try and spin this into a mockery and into something to entertain others and make light out of it in a very disrespectful and distasteful way. There's more than one J station in the world apparently, and a lot of them like to be on TikTok. Also, a big thank you to Dustin Dean Mentalist for being one of the first to shed light on this situation.
If you don't know me, my name is Dustin Dean. I'm a professional mentalist and magician known for challenging and debunking supernatural claims, giving them a chance to prove that what they do is real for $10,000. Most notably, I'm known for challenging psychics and mediums on TikTok head on, and that leads me to why I'm so disgusted, because of things like this.
I wanted to do a quick video about this Gabby Petito case. I saw was more of rock. It looked like red, yellow rock. I don't know if there are places in Wyoming, national parks, that have that description.
So I asked my spirit guides what they could tell me about Gabby Petito. If she had crossed over into the spirit world, we'd be hearing from her. Psychic intuitives would have known she's passed over. They haven't heard anything from her, which is good. Hopefully leads us to believe that she's still alive.
I've been getting tagged a lot in the case of Gabby Petito. I keep getting this weird like taste of dirt in my mouth. I think that Gabby is okay. No, she doesn't. No.
This is disgusting. These are things that have been widespread in the news for almost a month. These mediums are claiming, oh, I haven't heard anything about this. Oh, I didn't know that they were at a national park and there's pictures of rocks. Some were saying she's still alive. Some were saying that she's dead. This is wrong. It's disgusting. Using false claims to gain clout off of something so tragic. All the psychics and mediums on this app should be ashamed of themselves.
People are using things like astrology, tarot readings, and being a psychic to try and figure out what happened in the Gabby Petito case, while the investigation is still happening, by the way.
I do feel that he was working on himself. I do feel like he did have a hot temper, but I don't feel like he would have purposely killed her in a way where in his logical mind. That being said, I do feel like he took her life, okay? And it's very interesting because I feel like he almost had to take her life because in his logical mind, that was the right thing to do at the time because it would have prevented him from possibly getting into more trouble. I don't know if he thought he can get away with it. I do feel that there's a head injury, and I don't know if he lost his temper and harmed her to the point where he had no other choice but to take her life.
She then elaborated on how she believes Gabby lost her life with gruesome and vivid detail. I am not going to be sharing that clip here because it is so morbid and disrespectful. How insensitive do you have to be to speculate onto the details of something like this to TikTok before information has even been released to the public about it?
Just from her photos, I feel a lot of anxiety. I also feel like she had a lot of toxicity going on, possibly in the relationship. I don't think that they were in a good place, and I think that something happened on this trip that made it worse. I keep seeing images of her crying a lot. Like, I feel like she was just not in a good place before whatever happened. I'm just getting a really bad feeling right now. Do you think that her and her fiance were arguing during this trip? Yes. She said, I do. Do you think the family will get closure for whatever happened? Okay, she does, so that's good. I'm sending so much positivity towards her family and friends, and I really hope that they can have closure soon.
The irony of most of these people sending positive vibes to Gabby's family, as if this type of content is something her family would be so enthusiastic to see online. Like, do you think that Gabby's family is really going to want to hear about your visions of what happened in gruesome detail of like, well, I think she tastes dirt for some reason? Like, what the is wrong with you? Do you genuinely think that anybody who is connected to her in some way, who is grieving right now, is going to be like, oh, you know what? Thank you so much for your input on this. I'm so glad that we have a new lead. Their favorite line is, oh, well, I'm doing this because I care and I want to try and help the case in any way. Well, if that's the case, why don't you call the police and tell them your psychic visions that you're seeing and tell them, hey, this happened and this happened. Oh, why? Because you know that they're going to hang up on you and not take your situation seriously? Yeah, a lot of these people, in my opinion, are completely full of shit and are doing this just to get some extra attention on their TikTok accounts, on Twitter, whatever. And maybe a fraction of them actually genuinely believe that they are psychic and they are seeing these things, in which case I think you need help. And in my opinion, what's equally as frustrating is the fact that not only are these people doing this, but there are people who are actually buying into this. They are gaining a following, and people are actually entertained by this, who believe this, who encourage and support this. What if she is still alive and they had a plan and now he ran away to be with her and now they're both going to hide? Now that would be a weird twist. A part of me doesn't think that she would put her family through this though. Can anyone feel Gabby? I can feel Brian. I can feel his mom and dad. I can feel her mom, but not her dad. But I cannot feel Gabby. I've been saying his parents know where she is and is covering it up. It's sad because they need to do the right thing now. Interesting because I actually feel like not only his family but authorities might know. I feel like he Gabby and he's guilty and fled. There's absolutely nothing he can say to justify him coming home without her. Literally, this lullaby book I feel is exactly how they're doing this. It's all describing everything they're doing, y'all. I feel like he's somewhere nature-wise, dealing with everything with his emotions. This clearly is an accident. I live a few towns away from where she is on Long Island. I am not a medium, but I too feel like it was accidentally and he panicked and left. Super dark energy. I felt it as soon as I saw the clip of them. It's insane how much you knew before even knowing much about the case. I really think you're onto something. You have been following me since the beginning. Thank you so much for your support. It means so much to me. I think it's going to be solved by TikTok. I keep saying it. Don't consider myself gifted, but I had a jolt of a vision and it's been bothering me ever since. I don't know what to say about it. They were arguing while driving. You're onto something. I hope you get it. And like, here's the thing too. I know a lot of people really enjoy true crime and stuff like unsolved mysteries. I am included in that. I love stuff like that. It's very intriguing and fascinating. But there are some people who take this way too far. And there are some people who take this up like 10 notches and go beyond talking about things in a respectful manner. They just want to make a mockery of the situation to get some kind of following, and it works. After getting called out, most of these people deleted their videos and stopped discussing this issue altogether, but this woman kept going. She deleted her original video and posted this directed towards her haters.
You guys are awesome. I am receiving so much positivity and love and understanding. I know my heart and I know my intentions. Other people do not, and I don't pay any attention to those who are saying hateful things towards me. It's totally fine. I'm fine. Everything's good. My dog is laying right here. She's happy. My son's downstairs. So yeah, I don't worry about it. They can say whatever they want and it doesn't affect me. So they just don't understand, and that's fine.
You know what? She's right. I don't understand at all. I don't understand how somebody could be this morally corrupt. And now continues to make videos speculating on where Gabby's body was and where Brian is hiding and how her psychic powers allow her to tap into their energies.
I have a map in front of me. As some of you know who watched my previous video, I had a client in my chair the other day. I am also a hairstylist, and she reminded me of Gabby Petito. We were talking about, where she could possibly be. At the same time, a song came on the radio that said Yellowstone, clear as day. Can't remember the song, and we were like, that's crazy. So we looked it up on the map. You guys, look at my name is right there.
Oh yeah, your name being on the map completely seals the deal. Totally not delusionally self-absorbed at all.
Spirit speaks to me with my external environment, and that I feel like that's a really clear sign. And I spoke in other videos of Grand Teton National Park. I've been getting signs around that area, and then here's Jackson Hole. So there's like a triangle. Does anybody know anything about Eagle Head, Eagle River? If this is in that triangle of the location, please let me know, post below.
A few moments later.
It's on my psychic vision since the beginning of this whole journey, and they found her body today, and they found her remains at Spread Creek, which is right by Grand Teton Park, as well as a place called Kelly, which is my name. In my previous videos, I had a very profound experience with a client yesterday.
Interesting to note that the previous TikTok said a few days ago, and now this one says yesterday.
Of her reminding me of Gabby. We're talking about where Gabby could be. A song came on the radio that spoke about Yellowstone Park. We look it up, and then my name was right there. I said she's got to be right around this area. I'm so grateful they found her. This is so sad, but grateful at the same time, so the family can have peace.
These two TikToks were posted on the same day. And this is very interesting because this is also the same day that it was publicly announced that Gabby's body was found. Yeah, I'm totally convinced that she had this psychic vision conveniently on the same exact day it was publicly announced that her body was found. People take things way too far, and TikTok is a really easy platform for anybody to go viral over anything, and sometimes people go viral for really fucked up reasons, and it really gives any person a platform. Anybody has a platform to say or do some really stupid shit that can, first of all, cause a lot of inconvenience to other people around them, can make a lot of people worry, and in this situation with the Gabby Petito case, is just blatantly disrespectful and completely fucked up, okay? This is a serious situation going on. There are a lot of people right now who are genuinely worried, want to know what happened, where is this dude at, and why is he hiding? There are people that want answers and who are so desperate for fucking closure right now. For you to go on TikTok and talk about how you've seen visions of what happened and how you know the answers and how, no you fucking don't, okay? Like, at the end of the day, things like tarot readings and psychic readings are cool. There's something that I can find particular interest in when it doesn't involve a serious case. But when it does, when it involves something like this, don't f***ing put your nose in something like this and expect people to be like, oh yeah, this is great and very enlightening and I'm so glad that this can help the case. Because right now, that's bullshit. I just can't imagine what it would be like to be a family member of somebody who lost their relative to something like this, and it becomes a nationwide story. And then you have asshats on TikTok who think that they're psychics telling you what happened to that person you love without you having the proper closure and information that you need. To me, it's very disgusting. Unless that type of conversation is welcomed by the people closest to this person directly, then don't do some shit like that. Because I know that there are some people out there who will try to find closure in like psychic readings and mediums and stuff like that, but that's their decision. That's not something that is just brought upon them by some random stranger on the internet who wants to get a couple thousand followers. It's just like J-Station 2.0 for me at this point. It's so f***ed up and so wrong on so many levels. What are your thoughts on this situation? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it all the way to the end of this video. And thank you so much to all of my supporters over on Patreon, especially Lewis, Miss Tanisha, Anthony Tressau, and Michelle. You guys are amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And with that being said, I'm going to try and not slam my head against a wall due to the stupidity that I had to talk about today.